everyone, and welcome to Sea Fishing with CJ. Something slightly different today. You may or may not be aware, but I'm not sponsored by anybody. I do work for Tony's Tackle, so he is on my books as being sponsored, but he doesn't sponsor me in any shape or form. And I'm not pursuing companies for freebies and what have you. But I have been approached by a German company, Armytek, to review their headlamp. So they very kindly sent me one. It's here, it's in the package, it's just arrived. So we're going to do an unboxing, and then once we've got it charged up and everything, we may well go down to the beach tonight and just give it a go. So here we go, let's open up this bad boy. Comes in an envelope within an envelope. I can use this envelope. That's pretty good. So it's a Wizard C2 Pro multi flashlight, 2,500 lumens, so it's very bright. 131 meter throw, 6.5 months runtime. It's rechargeable with a magnetic USB charger and battery included. It's white light. They do a UV light, and they do a soft light as well. It has a number of ways of attaching, so you can have it as a headlight, or clip it on your belt, or magnetic, so you can put it onto a metal surface, so if you're working on your car or something like that. Clip onto a harness on your if you're wearing a rucksack, and it says industrial. Oh yeah, industrial. So it clips onto a hard hat as well. So you can see that on. What does it say in the spiel? So it's a powerful electronic. It's powerful electronics providing impressive light output and record run times. Constant brightness even at low ambient temperatures and not fully charged battery. A multicolour temperature, battery level and state indication, so you've got a battery indication of it. Convenient wide beam of fully upgraded optical system. TIR lenses is protected from scratches by tempered glass and anti-reflective coating. Innovative technology allows using any standard 18650 lithium ion battery with a 10 amp discharge current, fully protected against short circuit even in case of contact between magnetic connector and metal objects. Active real-time temperature control to prevent overheating from plus 58 degrees C. Total protection from water, dirt and dust in accordance with IP68 standards. Flashlight continues to work even after a submersion at 10 meters depth. Withstands fallings from up to 10 meters. Right, the headlamp has a simple one-hand operation, reliable head mount, solid body without long wires, weak rubber connections and unnecessary boxes. The flashlight is easily installed, removed and 180 degree rotatable in the mount. Quick release silicone ring provides additional fixation. Everyday carry light, compact design, convenient side buttons, special matte and abrasive finish without rough knurling, strong built-in rail, magnetic and robust removable steel clip. Body made from durable and lightweight aircraft grade aluminium. Improved shock resistance, new springs for better battery and driver protection. Constant light without flickering. Multiple variants of installation, optional accessories for mounting on sporting gear. So that's what it says about itself. Let's open up the box and see what's actually in the box. Now Armytek have given me a code which I will put at the end of this, which will give you a 15% discount if you quote that code. It's a promotional code if you want one of these. I do know they're not cheap, but then, you know, there are plenty of cheap lights out there, but you do get what you pay for. User manual. It comes with a head strap, I take it. This is what this is. Yeah, so it has a head strap. A fairly standard head strap for headlight. Magnetic charger. So it's a USB, but it's a little magnet on there, and I take it the light just sits on top of that magnet to recharge it, so you haven't got to worry about USB-Cs or anything like that, which is quite nice. I'm finding quite a lot of these USB-Cs are starting to fail. And here is the torch. It's fairly heavy. It's heavy. I don't know what it would feel like on your head. Probably needs to be charged. Well, it's not turning on at the moment, so I'm assuming let's do what most blokes don't do. One click to turn off in on state and off state. One click to turn on the last use mode. Press and hold to start cycling through firefly modes. Release to select. Keeping button preset will press start cycle. It might be that the battery's got a protector on it. So that's the battery. It's a lithium ion 18650 3500 milliamp hour. Oh, there you go. Pretty bright. I just dazzled myself quite nicely, and you can probably see it's flaring out the camera. Obviously I'm not giving it a great deal of justice in daylight, but let's try cycling through the different things. So that's dim, brighter, flashing, very bright, very, very bright, extremely bright. And one press to turn it off. So there we go, it works, it's nice and bright. It's quite simple to run. Let's try putting it on the head mount, feel what it feels like on a head mount, because it isn't light, I have to say. We'll compare it with a proprietary headlight and see how it compares in weight. So it's a simple mount. It just sits in that little mount, it just clops into there like that, and then you've got a bungee that wraps around and clips and holds it in place. So it's very simple, and you can adjust the angle that it's mounted at. Oh, it doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel bad at all. It doesn't feel like it's too heavy that it's rocking around on my head, and turns on nice and easy. Yeah, I'll put this bad boy on full charge. It comes with a belt clip, but so you could put the belt clip on and mount it on all sorts of things. What I'm thinking about trying it to do it is mounting on a little stand and having it directed up towards my rod tips, so that I've got my rod tips illuminated, which I see Steve using quite a lot, and it's very good because you can see your rods from a very long way doing that. I also want to see if it's bright enough to film with. So again, might be able to mount it on the front of my camera and have it just beaming out in front. So it'd be interesting to see what spread there is on the light. So just to compare it with my usual headlight, this is the headlight I generally use, which is a Fenix, and yeah, it doesn't feel vastly different from the Fenix on the head. We'll just check the weights of this. So the Fenix is 151 grams, and the Armytek is 165 grams, so it's 15 grams heavier, or 10% heavier. So, you know, not a great deal of difference there. We'll do a comparison out on the beach just to see what the difference in light exposure is. So the next time you see me, we'll be down on the beach, or we'll be out in the dark in the garden maybe, just to see what the throw is and how powerful this is. So as promised, I'm on the beach with the new head torch. I charged it up today, or at least I thought I had. There was a flashing red light for a very long time, and I'm thinking, oh, it's taken a long time to charge. And then I did the bloke thing and read the instructions and discovered that the flashing red light meant it wasn't charging, because you have to turn the end of the lamp by a quarter of a turn to put it on charge. So it's only had about an hour and a half charge, so it's not fully charged. So I'm not going to be able to give it a good test on duration, but it's pretty bright. I think you'll agree. I've completely whited out the camera. It's not quite dark yet, but so that's kind of standard working light. So you can see that's enough light to work by. But then if I do this, it goes on to turbo. And turbo is ultra bright. You can see it lighting up my rod tip even now before it's even dark. But I don't know how long that will last. But we'll give it a go and we'll see. We'll do more with it with the light as it gets darker. Well, this is my normal beach light. It's a fenix, which, you know, is a good light. Not too robust. But let's do a comparison. So let's put that one on. More consolidated beam. But let's put this onto turbo. Yeah, they're pretty comparable, aren't they? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this Armytek light, mount it down by the rod, so it's just lighting my rod tips, and see how it functions doing that. And put the fenix on as my headlight. Take it off turbo. Well, I'm going to try out this Armytek headlamp as a camera light, and what I've done is I've taped it onto my GoPro, so when it gets dark we'll do some filming using that as the camera light, see how it functions up on the beach, which is what I would want it for. Right, so I've got the new headlight torch on.
That was my headlight's pretty good. Hanging on.
And that's pretty good. It's showing up that rod tip pretty well.
What's that on your camera? Eh?
We're with the Armytek, and then I've got the fenix on it.
Eh?
What?
How long does that last?
They last 2 or 3 hours like that. It's on what I call turbo light, so it's really bright. so it gets quite hot. This is filming with my fenix headlight, and you can see it's got quite a long reach, whereas if I turn on the Armytek, it doesn't seem to have as much reach, but it has better spread. Let's just turn the headlight off. So yeah, the fenix has got more reach, but it's not so spread. But the Armytek it's got a nice pool of light, so it's very good as a film camera. Very good as a film light. So there we go. Right, let's get back down. So you have a magnetic battery charging port which clamps onto the bottom of the torch, but you'll see that I've just clapped it straight on there and I've got a flashing red light. That means it's not charging. What you have to do is you actually have to turn the base of the torch quarter of a turn. You've got a steady red light. So got a green light, means it's switched on. If you put it straight on, you'll see you get a flashing red light, which means it's not charging. Okay, what you have to do is you have to turn the base of the torch quarter of a turn counterclockwise, slap it on, and you get a steady red light, which means the torch is charging. Okay, and just leave that to run its course and charge up. So easy peasy, but you do have to remember to do that quarter of a turn, and you need to do the quarter of a turn back if you want the torch to work as a torch, because if it's quarter of a turn out, the torch doesn't work. Flashing red light, quarter of a turn, steady red light. Simple as that. So it's a great piece of kit. It's nice and robust. Yeah. Now, if you want one of these torches, if you use the code CJ, if you order them, you'll get 15% off. So I'll put details of that in the information for this video. Catch you on the next one.